Yo, yo, yo. Anyone out there? Good day, guys. Welcome to the few of you here. Thank you. Not sure what's going on this week. Been really quiet week, stream wise. All good. We'll keep going. It will all change once again shortly. So good morning, guys. Good afternoon, as always. Good evening. Hope you are all doing well. Hope you've all had a good start to the trading week. For me personally, I have not taken a trade at all, not yet this week. So that's fine. We obviously did catch up yesterday, the Discord members, for a live Zoom call for MY. There was nothing on there for me to actually take personally. We're looking at having a look at NAS. It's a devil of a thing to trade, an asset to trade, as a class to trade. It has a lot of volume, so trying to sort of understand intricacies of NAS around that time of day to potentially trade it moving forward around MY session. But nonetheless, guys, well, a few of you in here, we've probably already hit the like button or said g'day, so stop the rest. They're too late. I'm going to start without them. I appreciate you guys. All right, so as always, let's look at GJ to begin. I'll have a look at gold. I will eventually get to GU and NAS as well. Without further ado though, let's take a look at GJ. So starting on the weekly time frame, so far, again, very strong previous weekly candle. Current candle though is still pulling back into it. Still not retested at 50%. Remember, guys, if I was to use the fib, I could draw it in from the open to the low, but still not at a great deal of volume within the current weekly candle. So still not yet tested up to that 195, 194, 50 to 60 soul level. So we still potentially could pull back a bit further and grab some more liquidity from that previous weekly candle, or we could potentially form a resistance to head back down. However, look, based off the current candle, it is forming bullish. So just off the back of that, I'd be looking for any pullbacks to see where we could potentially pull back to in the minor time frames, that being the 4-hour M30 and even the 4-hour, and look for support to form above those levels to potentially continue and potentially retest the high, create a higher high, and pull back further into that previous weekly candle. On the daily time frame, looking at structure itself, it is bearish, bullish. Sorry, it is definitely bullish. Previous daily candle did close back a weak bullish candle, quite a long wick to the upside. So that was just me, potential exhaustion. However, having said that, we should not need to break the previous candle's high if we were to continue bearish. So I'm just going to mark in that level there. Also going to mark in the previous daily candle's low, and we're going to see what we've got either side of that. So structure wise, we are bullish with potential signs of exhaustion at previous daily candle. Onto the 4-hour, we can see we're just now really range bound. We're consolidating really in a pretty tight range in the 4-hour time frame. We do remain. Look, it depends on what broker you're using. Yesterday, this did change to bearish. I swear to God, guys, this is changing by the day. I'm going to stick with bearish. Yeah, I'm calling it bearish. What we do, like I said, we're just consolidating. We're in a pretty narrow range. We have formed a higher low though. So now what would give me added confidence, the potential for a buy if we do break above and start to close above that previous daily candle's high. At the same time, we'll be creating a higher high within the 4-hour micro trend. So technically going to call it bearish in structure. Marking the most recent level of support, but I do see potential even though we are bearish in structure, I do see potential options for the buyers as well. Just going to incorporate the highs for now and see what we got in the M30. All right, yeah, just adjust that along. Pretty clean traffic above that previous daily candle's high. Now, just going to use this as the support. So the M30, we are bearish. So at this stage, it just depends if you're, well, depends on a weekly what you're referring to a weekly as right now, but you'd argue the bias is still to the downside. as the previous daily candle's low. It's quite clean below that, but we're quite a distance off it. So I'm just going to remove it for the time being. And GJ, what I'm just going to do for the time being is play it range bound, seeing we are exactly that. When we did have a look at the 4 hour, it's quite evident. So what we are doing right now is we're approaching the high of the 4 hour resistance. So for the time being, I'd like to see our price react to that level, look for my potential signs of rejection to take a sell back down. Really anywhere within this gray zone, as long as I get the right catalyst within price action to do so. We start even popping back below that 4 hour resistance, then I'm more likely going to be looking for my sell option. So I'm going to be looking to sell it from just range bound, sells from resistance. I don't really see any opportunities for buys into it, to be honest, because it is just you're entering into that 4 hour resistance. Not only that, it's also levels on the 30-minute. I just don't see any clean traffic, to be honest, to look for the buys at the current level. When I'm looking at this, I'm saying myself, if I wanted to be in a buy within the current range, it would have had to be from these lows, which I definitely was not, as I was not trading Asian session today. So I'll be waiting for the rejection of that level to potentially sell it. Now, if we begin to break above that previous daily candle's high, we do have some pretty clean traffic to the left. See price coming back up a little bit further to around that 194.40. So I definitely look for the buys upon continuation. Also, furthermore, what you will be getting if you do close above that level, you will be flipping the M30 structure back bullish. So that would also add some confluence to and add greater probability to any buy entry above that level. Now, as for this further sells, guys, form support at this current level within the daily candle on the M30 time frame. Now, if we were to continue bullish, if we do come back down to it, we should respect it. Below that level, have we got enough margin to look for potential sells? So any support formed within a daily candle that is forming bullish, we anticipate that if we do pull back, we should respect it if we were to continue bullish. However, if that is to not hold, and if that is to not be the case, and price does actually pop below the support formed within a bullish daily candle, then what that's likely to suggest is we're likely to head back down to the next level of support just below it, and see if we will in fact form a support above that level, or end up flipping the daily candle potentially back bearish and below that previous daily candle's low. So I'd be looking for potential sells below the support if we begin to pop below that level there. As for the buys, if we come back down and get the right catalyst, could be an option. We'll have to wait and see though, to be honest. And obviously buys further down, guys, if it does melt below the support at 193.640, and I do get the right catalyst to buy it from lower down around that 193.50, I would definitely consider my options as well. So that would be a potential buys from lower down. It's a pretty easy analysis on GJ. It's just a matter of waiting now for the time being. Not a great deal going on. And we can move over to take a look at the gold. So the gold, I think, looking potentially a bit better than GJ just now. All right. So starting on the weekly time frame, similar to GJ, so we are pulling back quite significantly into that previous candle. We have rejected, but as long as we continue to form support within a current weekly candle, there is a good chance that we will end up closing a bullish candle. So once again, we'll look to the 4 hour M30 to see what levels we could potentially form that support at, and what levels we should be respecting. If we don't respect those levels, then perhaps we will pull back and potentially still flip back bearish. Onto the daily time frame, and we are bullish in structure. Just some indecision. We are range bound on the daily as well, consolidating. So similar to GJ and the 4 hour, we're doing the same, pretty much the same thing on gold on the daily time frame. Just area consolidation, stuck between 23.40 and 22.86, 87, that sort of level. Our previous daily did close back bearish. Current daily is lower high, lower low. So if we break our own low yet again, there's likely going to be some nice options to look for potential sells. So we are technically bullish, but with counter probabilities to the downside. Just look at this level. It's a very strong level that we're currently at, the 4 hour, and that still remains bearish. Constant rejections. Just gonna mark in these highs. So it's bearish, but that previous candle closed a long way to the downside, creating the current daily candle's low, closing back above the support. Current candle has popped up. Looks like it could be popping back down to retest its low. should just continue bullish. It should no need to pull back and break its own low if it was to continue bullish. And there's a probability that it could come up towards 23.30 and retest that high from yesterday. But we are technically bearish in structure. Got a support at the current daily candles low on the 4 hour as well. So looking for probably options either within the support or within the resistance, or above the resistance or below the support. That's just based off the 4 hour time frame. Now the M30's recently just flipped back bullish. Just gonna neaten this up because it is pretty clean traffic in the M30. All right, so the M30 is currently rejecting resistance here to the left hand side to the 4 hour level. You could argue it is. Yeah, it's a pretty messy area. So M30 is technically bullish in structure, but we are rejecting a strong level of resistance. So that would mean the bias is technically neutral. However, with the previous daily closing bearish, current low, high, low, low, and the fact that we are rejecting resistance formed within a previous daily candle, as long as we respect that level, I feel there could be potential options to sell it. Looking for areas to get involved at this stage. Well, not sure if gonna have the margin down to this support based off the current candle. If it does close below, engulfing below the previous candle, yeah, might not have enough. It's gonna be could be an early option. However, if not, what I'd rather see is just gonna incorporate that low now, seeing it is a support in 15. If price begins to pop below this level just here, so support formed on the way up to retest this resistance. If we start to pop below 23.15, 50 roughly, got some clean traffic to the left. I feel at that point there's a high probability we will come back down towards 23.07, 23.08. So I'd be looking for potential sells below that point there. If price does pop down just now and form a support above 2,316, as long as we have the margin, we could also look for a potential buy and take it back up towards the current daily candles high. Further options above the resistance here, I don't like it, to be honest. It's really not clean at all. What I'd rather see is a nice impulse to the upside to cut through a lot of this crap, then for it to pull back, form a support above this previous level, and then you're playing within cleaner traffic from that move to the upside. That is what I'm more likely to wait for in this sort of situation. We do, however, have some pretty clean traffic above this level here, 23.25 roughly, so that could be an option, but that's quite a distance off at the moment. So I'll just put it in, but it's not really of much concern just now. And we could also potentially sell if price does reject that level. So it could be early gold options. You really need to wait for the candles to close though. And it would have to close bearish engulfing. So that is GJ, that is gold. And let's quickly look at GU, and then I'll probably wait for NAS until after this 30-minute closure. All right, so on to GU, guys. Current weekly, so it's pulling back quite significantly now. I'd now start referring to the current weekly candle. It is, depending on what broker you're looking at, it's probably, let's have a look at Forex.com here. Yeah, so it's back below the open of the previous weekly candle. So we're pulling back quite significantly, as is most of the majors. So I would now look at the current weekly as a bearish candle. Previous did have a long week to the upside. So we are looking like we could maybe form that break and retest just now. We may be confirming that retest, but obviously still have a few days to wait for the confirmation for the candle closing back bearish. Daily, the structure is bearish as well. Candle probabilities to downside at a strong level of support though, so probably not the wisest area to be selling it. Probably a bit late to the party in that respect. The 4 hour still technically bullish as long as it really remains above this support. It's in a downtrend, yes, but it's approaching a support, and this is the lowest point of that impulse to the upside, that bullish candles width. So as long as we really remain above this support, we are still technically bullish in structure. On CM30, It's a pretty easy one on GU for me. What I'd be looking at, so the M30 is bearish. I'd just be marking levels within the current daily candle that price should respect if it does pull back to, if we are to continue bearish. If it starts to pop above those levels, there could be options to potentially buy it. I mean, most immediate levels I'm seeing, if prices can been consolidating just around this 124.90, if it does close above it, then what I prefer to see though, to be honest, is pull back a little bit further, tap into this 4-hour zone, bounce off it, pop above that 124.90 level, and I'd start to look for the buys off the back of price bouncing off the 4-hour support. Now, as for sells, if that's the case, then it does pop down and pop back up, I'll be looking for rejection of 124.90. Otherwise, if price does begin to pop above that level, close above it, I'd be looking for rejection, sells 125 flat, a psychological round number. That is GU just quickly. It's not looking great right now though. So the focus for me at the moment is going to be gold. And yeah, let's see. Let's have a good one, guys. If you could, if you have not done so, please don't forget to hit the like button. It's not going to take me long to get through the g'days at the moment. Leon, g'day to you. Saxy, g'day to you. Appanuk, good afternoon, my friend. Franco, hope you're well, brother. Doreska, good morning to you. And Ian, good morning, mate. Thank you, guys. So what other confluences might we have in gold? Well, the 15-minute could be also a bearish engulfing candle. So 15 is so far engulfing the previous candle. The M30 is engulfing the previous candle. So I'm just going to follow gold at the moment. And I'm also going to track to see how much margin we've got. It's just under 6.5 minutes left. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, we don't want it to melt too much because then it's just going to eat into the margin. See, this type of signal within price action is usually not a bad one to actually sell on impulse, because the fact of the matter that you broke the high of the previous candle, you had high, low, high, high. Really would have had no need to pull back down, break your own low, break the previous candle's low. It is that level of resistance. But yeah, I'm just jumped onto the chart, so I wasn't really worried about looking for that type of entry. It is a riskier entry, an impulsive entry, but I can understand why it's making a bit of a move just now. Yeah, it's a tough one. I think I'm going to likely be waiting. Not going to have that much margin below the previous candle's low, which current candle's low, which will be the previous shortly. DJ rejecting. What are we looking at today, guys? Elias, good morning to you. Alright, so I'm just waiting for this candle to close. I want to see where it closes. And then I'll probably take a look at NAS for anyone who is interested. The analysis has gone into the free Discord group, so I'm assuming all of you are pretty much in there by now. Yeah, so hopefully I've fixed all the issues with accessing certain channels. Gone through it again today and I think I may have fixed it, but wait and see. Steve, late stream, all good man. Just going back over analysis plus the great analysis you put in Discord during Asian session. Good stuff, mate. Appreciate it, my friend. Yeah, I do go into a fair bit of detail, so glad that you guys appreciate it. Archer, good morning, brother. Do we have the margin on gold? Once you account for spread, it's going to be about 14 pips. It'll be a cheeky little entry. The issue is going to be stop loss. You're going to have stop loss likely above the 15-minute candle. And at the same time, this candle, even if this is lowest point of it, by the time you enter, you're actually going to be entering below 15-minute support as well. Once you account for spread, you're likely going to be getting in just below the support. Be an early option. Could be one to layer in as well. Alright, so the option is to sell as it breaks below the previous candle. But I want it to create a bit of an upper wick. Or if it pulls back to around the low of that previous bullish candle, you could almost layer into the trade as well. You could almost enter a smaller position and enter if it breaks again. Now there is a chance it could just drop, seeing the previous candle basically has no lower wick. But I'd rather wait for it to pull back, create its upper wick, and then consider selling it to break so low again, or consider selling it on the pullback, creating the upper wick. So I'm not in just yet, and it could just go, but all good. I want it to pull back a bit more. First minute of new candle, so first minute of new hourly as well. So I'm just waiting patiently for it to pull back. Create a little more of an upper wick. I may market execute a sell from higher up, and then look to re-enter lower down. All right, so I put in an order just below low of the current candle. So as it breaks so low again, I'll be looking to enter, and I'm going to look to take a market order entry if it does pull back to around 23.18. Otherwise, I've got an entry at set for 23.17.35. Stop loss above the 15. So that's what I'm currently looking at. Let's see. Tomas, g'day to you. This is good. I want it to pop back, and I may execute a market open sell. Why is that not right? Oh, now I understand. All right, so I've set an order at, well, I'm going to adjust it to, well, I'm in just more, almost in 5.8 is the level I've actually got set at. So I've not yet been triggered in. Should have been set at 5.5. That is technically the low of that bullish candle. So it should trigger me in. Yep, I'm just in a sell now, guys. So position 1, I'm in a sell. Stop loss in this one is above the high VM 30. I'm in at 5.5. That one's moving nicely. So we'll see. Okay, you're all seeing gold sells. Nice one. Entry 2 is set at 3.5. All right, so entry 1's got 6 pips on the table. I'm moving that one to, trying to stop on that one. That's got 10 pips on the table almost. So there's an early win if anyone is wanting just to take that entry, and entry 2 you're about to get triggered in. So there we go guys, early W on entry 1. And entry 2's just been triggered in. Oops. Alright, so looking good. So I've closed half on entry 1. I'm going to break even on that trade. So just let me get my shit right, guys. Yeah, I'm at break even that trade. So how are we going? Who's in all this? Here we go, entry 2 is flying or dropping. So in the first entry I'm at break even. You're at 1.1% profit, nice one. Left morning, I'm blowing my screen to push down. If only that would work. So what you could do with entry 2 is you could drag your stop loss to entry candle, the current candle's high. It has no need to pull back and break its own high. And if you are in the first trade, you'll still probably should end up with a bit of a profit nonetheless. You have secured. It has no need to keep pulling back. That's the thing. So I am gonna move my stop loss a little bit. So my first entry is stop loss being taken out. So first entry, the runner is out, and I'll just move my stop loss on the second entry. I feel it's a good way to sort of to layer into a trade anyway. So the early entry is the one that worked, and this one I've just been taken out. Yeah, so all right, all good. Only a smaller entry, so nice win on entry 1. Entry 2, not great. Has no need. Yeah, I would suggest just being careful with it because it should not have pulled back and broke its own high. So what was the loss on entry 2? I think it was about the same as entry 1. Hold on. I mean, like 0.1% profit a day. All right, that's all right. Let me fix this. It's pretty much a break even. I like getting in earlier. I feel it's the best way to go of late, especially when things are range bound, stuck within narrow ranges. It's just you're giving yourself more margin. I feel it's the better option. Still got the right confluences to sell it, and just getting in as it creates the upper wick. Anticipation will reject and head down. So who's still in this? Because if you are, looks like it's doing all right just now again, but all good. That's how I've chose to manage, so all good. All right, this liquidity zone, a smaller time frame. Yeah, I like getting involved on that upper wick when I'm looking for a sell, especially with such a strong catalyst on that previous candle. All right, how we go, guys? Is anyone still in it? Let me know. Talk to me. I don't want this to be a dull, boring stream. All right, in the meantime, let me look at that. That still got money. Nice one. Break even for me, Saxy. Okay, all good, man. All right, so I was watching this yesterday. This thing's a beast. Not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. Come after me. Okay, you're still in. Well, you guys are looking good. You guys are looking really good. What was the entry? 3.5. Yeah, so I'd be definitely targeting this support. Alright, in the meantime, anyway, I'm gonna have to look at Naz. He's going off the stream numbers these days. No one interested in trading Forex anymore. Looking at the weekly, strong bullish on Naz, high, low, high, high to the previous. Daily structure wise, we are technically bearish. Previous daily closed back from very weak bullish candles, suggesting potential sign of rejection. Current candle has very little volume, as it often does this time of day. Looking at the 4 hour, just consolidating up near a resistance to the left. We got a bit of resistance a bit higher up to the current level. You can mark in both. Just gonna mark in one big level. knowing that as soon as you break the current daily candles high, the previous daily candles high, I think it is, running into some more resistance. Reform support upward resistance, so that's a good thing if you are to sell it. Looks like it could be some good options either side of the zone, so it could be some potential buys above it, above that 1820 sort of level, but there clean traffic to the left on the 4 hour. If price rejects it though, then it could be options to sell it from that level, and looks like there's going to be some nice sells below the 4 hour support as well. Onto the 30 minutes, so we know we're bullish in structure, but we're at a resistance. We've got the dailies bearish and weekly as strong bullish. Onto the 30 minute, and I'd say it's still bullish, and to be honest, I know it's technically bearish on a closure below 18087. However, I would just consider this whole level as a swing point pretty much, and so as long as it remains above 18056, that I would still refer to it as bullish. It's in an uptrend, however it's just now right in the middle of a range. It's quite choppy. Could probably drag this up now. All right, so what we'll be looking at on NAS is within a current daily candle, we formed a resistance at this level here, 18. Hold on guys, let me get my shit together. 18120. If we remain below that level, and we should continue bearish, I'll be looking for rejections at that level to head back down. Expect the current daily candles high. At that point there, we could come down and retest the current daily candles low. However, if we begin to break above that resistance formed within the current daily candle, which also lines up with a resistance formed towards the end of yesterday's session, if we remain below that level, should come down. If we pop above it, we do have clean traffic to the left, so I would definitely look for potential buy options above 18125. Sells on a rejection of that level for sure. I'd be interested in that as well. Otherwise, buys from support. Price does come back down towards 18066 roughly, and that is very quick, very simple analysis on NAS, and that is all you really need. Just know what levels you want to get involved, and just know what you want to look for at those levels. Obviously, potential sells from higher up as well. Price does just begin to pop above and reject. That's all trading is, guys. The analysis part of it is the easiest part of it all. It's really not difficult. The hardest part is managing to actually sit there and wait for the right confirmations to trade. That is by far the most difficult aspect of trading. Managing your emotions, watching things move and not being involved is also a difficult thing. Trade management isn't easy. Again, I like to manage my trades. Others like to let it ride a bit, and that's totally fine. Each to their own. So yeah, so that's what I'll be looking at on NAS. Just one sec, guys. So that second entry on gold is my first blemish on MetaTrader for quite some time. But it's all good. Still well in profits, so I'll help you guys. I'll watch it, keep managing it with you. If it melts, maybe I'll put it back up as entry 2 TP. It's just popping about right now. What's the 5 minute doing? It looks like it looks good to come down. There's a good chance it'll pop down to around 23.16 roughly, 16.50. Yeah, so you guys should be right. Also, to the Discord guys, can anyone confirm that you can actually access now some of the welcome section, the important section, all that stuff, all the channels under those headings? If you could, that'd be great. I've also added the services section today, so if you guys can actually confirm that you can access that, that'd be also Much appreciated. And I've contacted Discord in regards to someone trying to impersonate me. So it's always going to happen. It always happens with these types of groups on those sorts of servers. So it's just part of it. Telegram's the same shit. I used to get daily scam messages in Telegram. Hello, good morning. Brian, cheers to you too, my friend. Hope you're well. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, come on, goal. Push. Here, guys are looking really good now. Nice one, guys. You would have had about 10. Who's doing what? Are you guys securing? What are you guys doing? Are you going to break even? Are you letting it ride? I think that deserves... What do you guys reckon if I cheekily just change that to plus 10 pips? So admittedly, I'm at break even for today. I'm at 1.1% profit. That's it. That's all good. Akshay, yeah, I got in a trade up here in a sell. And I laid into a second entry as price broke its own low in the current candle. But I tried my stop and it took me out prior to dropping again. So it's basically a break even trade for me. Just a bit above break even, so a little bit of profit. But nice one. Salt, nice one. Thomas, close sell, nice one. Good work, guys. Dorisco and Gold, so I want to write it down a bit in between grabbing lots of cups of tea after yesterday. Oh, okay. You had to mention, obviously, you were busy, so... Do I sense someone may have a little bit of a hangover? Lower entry? Nice one. Good work. Just be a little bit careful, guys. I don't recommend being all that greedy, especially because you're running into support. So, and remember as well, if you choose to be a scalper, then nothing wrong with securing some profits at, you know, the smaller sort of, at a smaller margin. It's what works for me, and what works for me is also managing trades. It's a champagne bottle. Yeah, it must have a bit of a heavy head this morning. Oh, good. At least grabbing some profits in gold will help with that. So it's the first entry was a cracking trade. Really nice entry. Had, I think, like 1 pip drawdown max. Yeah, so it does that though. It's all part of it. Everyone should make, yeah, that's a good point. You should make your account private on Discord so no randoms can add you and private message you unless you add them. I've actually done that on Discord. You have to be in a mutual server. There we go. There goes gold, guys. Drop your good thing. And that can be done by them having to ask you, that's it. Because they're obviously not going to pop in a community chat pretending to be me, because I'll quickly find out when I. So that's a really good point. If you guys can do it, those of you who I'll mention that in the Discord later. You guys should just make your profile private, and you can't get random messages by people trying to scam you. So nice work. Good to see gold do its thing. A lot of interest in EU today. Some of you might know why. Yeah, nice to see gold do its thing. So it could be another entry on gold. Still looking for entries, guys. If it ticks the box, I'm not forcing nothing. As long as it ticks the box, there's no reason not to trade. So that's done and dusted. Nice trade on gold, but for pre-London. Now GJ, there's nothing. Focus will still be on gold. So we're now at a support formed on the impulse to the upside, the move to the upside. So now what I'd like to see is, I'd like to see a little bit of a pullback at this stage, bit of exhaustion. And then we start to pop back below the support, clean traffic to left. Now could be an option. However, there still could be another entry, guys. If this candle closes as is, new candle opens up. You guys know what I love to see. If the following candle just drops immediately, drops a little bit and then pop back up, and as soon as it breaks zone low again, similar to what we just spoke about here, the entry we just taken here, that is also valid. So make of that what you will. Thomas, you waiting for it to drop below the box? If it does, you're looking good, my friend. Cape, what's my max loss in one trade? It's usually about 1%, usually. But some trades I'm risking like over 3%, because I trade fixed lots. I don't trade percent per trade. All right, so this candle's about to close, guys. I would prefer for it to pop down then up. Still valid though on another entry. Below the previous candle, you got a nice strong closure below. Now it's just a matter of, if you're already in profit, if you're already in that previous trade, I wouldn't even bother re-entering. You could be waiting for a pause and then entry, but it looks like it's just going to break now. You got some clean traffic to the left. Your stop loss would have to be likely above the 15. So that's quite a way stop loss as well. So, but it does look good for continuation, especially if this thing flips back bullish briefly again and then breaks again. GJ. right, GU's looking okay if it closes above this consolidation. AU. Let's see, you go. Sure why that's going, the other majors aren't, but it's alright. Alright, so gold, there could be an entry again if you're not already in this. I'm just calling what, you know, potential entries for you. You could be looking into as it breaks its own low. Lean traffic to the left. Seeing it's pulled back to create an upper wick again. It's dropped, it's pulled back bullish. If it breaks its own low again, that could be a really nice entry again. In my opinion, that's a lot of agains, isn't it? Robbie, good day to you. How are you, my friend? Hopefully you smash that like button away. You missed out on a bit of the action, my friend. We've had some nice entries on gold already. Good news is you might get another entry if you're keen. Can you come live in my session? I do it for the Discord, guys. I'll be on live for the Discord group tonight, so make sure you're in the... It's a free channel, a free Discord channel. Just join the Discord and you can jump on live call. It's a Zoom call only for Discord members. So it's chilled. It's really cool because guys jump on the mic, we have a chat, talk a bit of just general conversation. We have a bit of fun, and we also talk the charts, look at the charts. So yeah, just make sure to join the Discord and I'll be on live later. So if you're in this entry right now, you now try to stop the entry candle. There's no need to pull back and break its own high yet again. I'm just giving you guys some options. What else are we looking at, guys? Anyone looking at any other charts at the moment? Any other pairs? Anything? Crypto? In Gbpjpy? Yeah, it's looking good. I know you trade differently, so I'm assuming it's at an order block. I just want EU to fly. That's what I want right now. Gold a little bit indecisive now at this previous support, previous resistance to the left. So that's why, once again, to those who are in trades from earlier, that's why I was saying don't be too greedy and just think it's going to drop. There is a chance it could definitely do so, but at least manage your trade, maybe take some partials off the table. That's what I would have done. You're looking at take a Gbpjpy. Okay, Franco, I think that looks pretty good, to be honest. How many pips would he have had on this entry? About 5-6 pips. Yeah, so I'm wondering if I probably would have gotten to break even. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to dual stream. I think it's the only way to get viewers these days. I'll probably stream on TikTok at the same time. I might even do it tomorrow. I have no idea how it's gonna work. No idea. Sony, it's been a busy morning. Nice trades in gold. Don't know if anyone did take this one. This one's a tough one because your stop loss would be way too far. It's a really wide stop loss. What would have been a stop loss? Let's just measure it. Based off 15, 30 odd pips. Based off 30, about 40. Yeah. Pretty standard for gold. How do you guys like the new chart markups in the Discord? So I'm numbering like levels, and then what I do is I put under each level like just a little brief explanation what I want to see in the actual notes to the markup. So where is it? So this is right now, this is all for free, guys. It's in the Discord under the market analysis section. So for each number, here's an explanation what I want to see at that level. Hope you guys enjoy it. Tell you what, it's bloody time consuming, so you better be bloody enjoying it, otherwise I'll be pretty disappointed. There's no point doing it if not. Franco, this is awesome, appreciate it. Also, I think you guys probably like the ones where I do the little video update for each pair, which is something I'll likely do for New York session. It's probably easier for me than having to type up full detailed explanations for everything. Compara, yes, we was able to trade a little amount since I was still learning. Thanks a lot, learning a little by little. Nice one. Well, I'm glad you guys appreciate it, because it takes time, guys. It really does. It's really time consuming, all these chart markups and all that. That's why I suggest properly journaling, because it's going to stop you from overtrading. If you're doing it strictly and you're taking you're doing proper rundown of your trade, then it's going to stop you from overtrading, because it's going to take you probably half an hour or so just to do one chart and one full markup. So that's what I always suggest to the guys that I coach. I suggest that's what they do after each trade, just because it's going to stop them from re-entering out of emotion. Sometimes you're going to get a re-entry and it'll be valid, but a lot of the time you find that you're just entering in frustration, trying to get your loss back. So by journaling in that, because it takes time to do so, you're likely not going to be able to have the chance to jump back in straight away. Hello to you. Is that Arabic or Indian, the name? Apologies, my friend, I cannot read your name. Let me know what to call you. Is anyone in that entry? Hope not. It's not looking great right now. But your initial entries are going well. So yeah, the best option really right now is wait for a bit of consolidation. As soon as you start closing below, best to wait for London open. Now this would be good if this closes a pause. What? So we've got 2 minutes left of the 15. If the next candle closes bearish engulfing, and most of you guys will know exactly what I'm looking for at the open, especially if it's a significant closure below. I'd be looking for a limit order on the interruption candle. If it's closed just below, it's still going to be valid on the rip, off the rip, on the new candle, as long as it creates an upper wick and begins to break the low of this candle or the next 15-minute candle, then it will be valid off the rip at London open. Oops. Kaspira, good day to you, my friend. I remember the name. Hope you are. Yeah, well, it's moved over to here. So glad you found me, man. If you've not already done so, make sure to hit the like button. Been really good. Honestly, it's been really, really good especially last 3 weeks on stream, 3-4 weeks. I've been streaming for about 6 weeks now. The first 2 weeks was just dead. Markets were shit. You know, it took 2 trades or 3 trades in that first 2 weeks, and since then it's been just beautiful. I've only not taken, well, look, unless you consider that entry 2 on today's trade a small loss, but all in all the actual trade ends up in a win. So I've not then really taken a loss on stream for about 3 weeks, and we've been taking plenty of trades. So it's good to have you here. Got some different entries now. Even looking at a few different pairs from time to time, especially during MY session. Looking at NAS a fair bit now. I think he was streaming yesterday. Did actually see it popped up on my my YouTube alerts. That's all good. I wish him well. Yesterday was just a shit day because there was obviously Mr. Raja Banks was streaming, and still everyone seems to fall for it. Alright, so nice strong closure on GU on the M15, but I'd still be waiting for the 30, especially because you're coming towards London Open. So, and seeing it's consolidating, heavy consolidation, I feel if this candle closes above on the M30, that would definitely give us some really good options to buy it at London Open. Not only that, you've got the 5-minute closing above, so now if you do get that pullback to tap in, this candle does close back bearish, or either really any of the candles prior to the entry. As long as we tap in, and remain above, close above the M30, and could be some really nice options to buy it at London Open. 30-minute is quite clean. The Spirit, what I think of gold based for the higher time frame, like 4 hour daily, it's conflicting. Well, the 4 hours technically bearish, and they're both just both daily and 4 hour very similar in a way that they're actually just consolidating. They're stuck within a range. The daily, structure wise, is bullish, but what you do have is counter probabilities to the downside, lower high, lower low. So as long as you respect the current daily candles high, the resistance formed at that level, which is also 4 hour resistance, I feel there's high probability at some point you'll end up coming back down. The 4 hour to me is also, well, the 4 hours bearish, so it's, yes, 4 hours bearish, daily is bullish. 4 hour looks like it wants to go up. I understand what you mean based on that previous candle, but having said that, what this candle should have really just done, the way the previous candle closed, is just, I need to set up the Zoom call so I can annotate. It's just pop straight up and have no need to pull back down, break its own low, create a low, pull all that far back into the previous candle. So now it's doing so, moving in line with that daily, which the previous daily candle. I feel that there's probably a high probability at this stage that we will continue to the downside. But I understand what you mean, that it is quite conflicting. Thank you for the sub. But as long as we respect 23, 22, I'd be in favor of the sells. What's it going to do? Ah, set up the Zoom. That's it. Tell you what, guys, I'm an absolute battler. Had no energy whatsoever at the gym today. Had to force myself to go. I was on the computer for about 4 hours doing work this morning, and I just powered through an absolute cracking session today at the gym, and a big one too. Back and chest, the big one. Had no idea how I did it, but managed to do it and flew for it. Came out swole as anything. All right, guys in the Discord, I'm just sending in a Zoom link. All right, so gold is interesting. I like this. So as I mentioned before, there could be a few options here. If this closes bearish engulfing, option one just depends how far it closes below. So if it closes somewhat like so, quite significantly below the low of that bullish candle, what I may do at that point is set a limit order sell back to the low of that bullish candle in anticipation that price is going to pull back to create its upper wick, reject that previous level on that bullish candle, and end up moving back in line with the momentum to the downside. That could be an option. If it closes right at the low as well, could be options after it creates the upper wick on the rip to head back down as well at that point. Let me know, guys, who's in trades right now, because pretty much every trade we've called would have pretty much TP'd, to be honest. Or had decent profits. Silent, what's up? Do I think Matt watches your stream? Everyone thinks you're Tug Capital. No idea, man. I mean, if he does, he's welcome to pop on and say g'day. I've got absolutely nothing against the bloke. Wow, gold is running. Looking good. So who's in what right now? some of you might still be holding from up here. So the first entry I got was here.
Hey, good morning, man.
Hey brother, how are you?
How you doing? You alright?
All good, my friend. All good. Just watching gold do its thing. How about you?
Yeah, I've been a bit around here this morning.
Yep.
Just the minute it came back under, I just took it.
Gold.
Yeah, and to be honest, even on this pullback, I got in again, and I just used this as my stop.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm in a little entry as well again.
Yeah, if it touches this and it does a little bounce back up,
I'm gonna exit.
I have like a daily level here
Okay.
around it. Yeah, so that should be protecting you
Yeah.
for further sells. So I assume we'll probably be looking at refilling this.
Yeah. I think there's a good chance it could come down.
Yeah.
So we'll see how long until the open now. There's 7 minutes left. Bit of time.
Yeah.
But there could be more options as well, I feel, even if anyone isn't in a trade just now at the open. I like how this candle is engulfing, as long as it remains below the previous candle. There could be some nice options to get involved yet again. Xperia, I'm looking for sells EU, but waiting for a steeper retracement, probably 107.60. I'd like it to get to 107.60. But yeah, EU looks like it wants to come down. It's in a downtrend. It's creating lower highs, lower lows.
Yeah, it's had lots of problems in the zone, just same as GU.
To pop lower, you mean?
If it pops lower and then it respects it,
Sorry.
then further sells. Yeah, if not, I'll probably wait for it just to come back up a bit
Yep.
to get more liquidity, because this is a very problematic area.
Yep.
This whole
That whole area.
I took the GU, yeah, I took GU just based on not breaking that, so very tight stop and that little push. And I saw it wasn't breaking, so I got out.
Okay, got out pretty quick.
Yeah, so usually I'm looking for just if it doesn't break this, I'm hoping that it's gonna go and grab liquidity from somewhere, either here or maybe back into this zone.
Yeah, I get you.
So I'll counter that, but for it not to stay up here and close a candle there, like a 15 minute or something like that, then I'll just abandon the trade and wait again.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Because all this looks good. All this looks like a little turnaround, but it's just under too much pressure.
Yeah, well, it keeps coming back down, doesn't it? Same as EU. EU popped up a fair bit. Now it's coming all the way back down to the same consolidation.
Yeah.
AU is the same. They're all the majors are the exact same right now.
Yeah,
Which
that's
is
why I'm
often
looking
the
at
case.
the UJ instead of the GJ today.
Okay, yep. Uplift thing's still pushing.
So, yeah, if the dollar has a bit more strength,
Yeah.
then this was a nice area as well. And I'm looking at the New Zealand versus the yen as well for a buy. It's almost doing the same thing. Just needed to pull back a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, if that pulls back,
Clean traffic to the left.
yeah, probably take a buyout. Had a nice bullish candle. Kind
Nice
of
one.
out of a zone as well. So if it comes and retests probably this area and respects it, I'll go for a buy and just look at this and a bit further up as well.
Okay. Interesting. See how she goes.
Yeah.
Nice one. Right now, all eyes is on gold for the time being. still holding gold. Dorisco, okay. About TP, oh, okay, TP 123.13. Yeah, well, coming to the open, obviously you're gonna have that volume influx coming in, so it could just drop into that level. But what I'd be looking at once again, if you're not in trade, I'm just waiting to see what his candle closes. I would say for that limit order, I'd want it to close about 8 pips below of that bullish candle, and then I'd consider a sell limit back at the high low of that bullish candle. Stop loss gonna be, how far will that be? Not too bad, about 23 pips roughly. That could be your option. Yeah, I think I might dual stream, guys. I'm not sure how it'll work. I'm just worried that it might throw me off, and with the chat and all that. Trying to keep abreast of the channel on 2 streams. Not that I have many on probably either stream, but it's all good. Good way to grow the channel, so I may do that. Alright, so for the limit order, like I said, about 8 pips below, so that will require the candle to close about 2013.80 roughly. Now I'm thinking of doing a really special giveaway for the 1,000 subs, guys. So once again, if you're not already subbed, I know some aren't who do watch the stream, make sure to subscribe. So look at news, there's nothing good today. It's pretty quiet. It's a bank holiday over in France. German bank holiday tomorrow. So it's a Euro bank holiday tomorrow. All right, interesting. So obviously tomorrow later on into pre-MY, a lot of news to come for the pound. Definitely something you need to be wary of. Coming to the close of the pre-London candle. Right now, if you're not in anything, I don't think there is much, to be honest. I would have preferred for this candle's close bearish engulfing. All right, so we've got London open. Now let's see. So it hasn't closed bearish engulfing, so to me there's not a strong enough catalyst just yet. It does look likely to come down.
Yeah, it's gonna go again.
Yeah, but it's one of those ones, if you're not already in it, not sure if it's the best time just to be jumping in just now. GJ, for me, there's just nothing. Don't like the level it's stuck at right now. It's at the 4-hour resistance. It looks like it's exhausting. Not interested in buying into it, even though we are closing still bullish. And I don't yet have a confirmation to sell it, so yeah, it's one of those ones right now. If you're not in a trade, I'd be just sitting tight and patiently waiting. Be closed. Right back in consolidation, looks like it may come down. Now, if you're not in a trade, so what would I be looking for? I'd still be looking for that interruption play right now. I'd be waiting for the 15-minute count to close. Same criteria as what I want to see on the previous candle. It closed significantly below the low of that bullish candle. I'd be seeing a sell limit order back at the low of it. So once again, I want it to be about 8 to 10 pips below minimum. Even lower is fine. And then I'd look to place a sell limit potentially at the low of the bullish candle. That's pretty much all I can see as of now. Anyone around for NY today? I love the close up every time I pick up the water bottle. Camera zooms right in. John Sparks, I'm tied up with personal stuff today, but I will email you soon on details of your entry method in your book, of course. Of course, I assume. I'm fascinated that you rarely enter and then go into drawdown. Oh, okay. How when I do enter, it's not often I go into much drawdown. It's all good. It's stuff. The course is there. I've had quite a few people purchase it. And the feedback's really good. So there is over 70 videos to it as well as all the screenshots, as well as information typed up, like paragraphs. There's lengthy detail going into each entry, each section. As far as I cover everything. I cover literally, you name it, I cover it. I even cover psychology. I have a little video on that, and also probably about 1 page full of information on it. Dureski will try to best be on MI. No worries. I understand you've had a busy few days, so it's all good. Don't stress too much. But it's more of an intimate setting MY, so people can ask questions. I can go into more detail. Yeah, I enjoy it. Been going for around an hour to an hour and a half. About an hour and a half, I think, both times so far. Usually starts about an hour, maybe 70 minutes or so, 75 minutes prior to NY open. We wait until about roughly the closure of the first candle, and it's getting a little bit late for me. Steve, all good, man. Look forward to it. Sells on M5 on what? Gold? The only sell I can see in the M5 on gold is if price pulls back to retest that bullish candle's low, and that could be an entry for a sell. Just grabbing a little bit more liquidity from just below that previous zone. That could be an entry. Take back down. Stop loss probably just above the swing point. If you want a tight stop loss, it might not be wide enough. You probably need to use the same level as the previous M30, I think. But I'd just be waiting for, again, candles to close. If this candle closed significantly below on the 15, then you could also have the sell limit option at low of the bullish candle. Let's get those likes up, guys. I get really friendly when I get the likes go up. I'm more likely to do a giveaway, surprise giveaway. I think the most likes we've had is 100, 101. I've just created a little poll. Will gold drop to 23.10 today on stream? What do you guys think? Yes or no? Kaspira, make a steeper top wick. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to do so right now.
2309 maybe.
Yeah, I think that's a good option as well, to be honest. 2309, even 2308 potentially.
Yeah. So the minute you break this and stay under, this is a fair value gap from there to there. So
yeah, so just needs to break it though.
yeah, it's still doing that. I don't know, some people say tweezer bottom.
Yeah.
So if it does come back into your sell zone, up and above, and pick out that liquidity.
To be honest, I'm kind of hoping it bounces because all
What
the
to the
majors are...
upside?
What's that?
What to the buy side?
Yeah, it's the upside.
Yeah, you've got your zone is a bit, unless we come in aggressively.
Yeah, no, I'm referring to, because in reference to the majors, because if gold goes up, the majors will likely be going up, because that will probably signify a bit of potential weakness in US dollar. But majors are currently following gold as well.
Yeah.
Present price action. So I've still got a small gold trade running right now.
And the dollar's been picking up slowly.
Yeah.
We don't know if that's a pullback.
Yeah, strength in Dixie, that's for sure. Yeah, daily kind of probabilities the upside as well. Dixie looks like it could definitely pull back further. Wow, I think there's a chance to come up to 105.80 roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably this level up here. It's creating higher highs, higher lows, so it's still trending. It's obviously building up some liquidity just now if it begins to break above it. So you're probably looking at, as this sort of level has been grabbing liquidity, if it should be right to continue up. That's what I've been assuming.
Yeah, 100%. It's just that we're coming into there. So any closer on 30 or 1 hour above that,
It'd be good to go to the upside.
yeah, you've got quite a bit of a weak candle to refill, and then it'll bring you back to the zone that you have.
Yep. Okay. Well, I don't really want that to happen, but it looks like it might. Gold still melting. So once again, I'll be waiting for another 4 and a bit minutes for this counter close, see where it's at. Off she goes. She's off to her races now. Breaking through that level, or tapping into it anyway. What about GJ? GJ's just at a really shitty level. It's very choppy right now. I'd rather look for sells, but I mean, you don't really have the margin. Not only that, you're selling it into consolidation. It's very choppy price action. For me, it's all about 193.70 to 650. Starts popping below that level, there could be options to sell it. But form support above 193.70, and there could be options to buy it. But it's just a bit of a mess. There is nothing standing out to me on GJ right now, so I'd be just waiting patiently.
You see, yesterday we were talking about order blocks.
Yep, just there. Yep.
Yeah, see that level and look what it's done.
Yeah, it's tapped into it and rejected.
Yeah. So when you cut down to like smaller time frames, you see a lot of orders in this area.
Yep. Be something about like a 5 minute or?
If you just mark the, I think that the order block is on 30-minute.
Just here.
Yeah. So if you just
Sorry, mate.
mark it up and then look at it on the 5-minute. You see all the orders are happening in this area.
Yep.
Every time it breaks under it, it starts selling off.
Yep. Same over here. So yeah, I'm following you.
Yeah.
About now. Oops. Yeah, so potentially could be doing the same thing. Gold is melting.
Yeah, gold is going, man.
He is Gonski. Alright, so 2 minutes to anyone who is considering an entry. I'll be going 2 minutes and I'll be seeing a limit order sell at the low of that bullish candle. Stop loss back above 30 candles high. That's what I'd be looking at. The low, I don't know, I see markers low is 23,1460. Gold is melting, so Dureski, you've TP'd, I'm assuming. Got another running, nice one. Still nothing on GU, still in consolidation, Franco. Yeah, majors still a bit difficult. GU, like I said before, I'd rather it actually come down. Tap into this 4-hour support now. Bounce up that level and then look to potentially buy it from lower down. Alright, so again, possible entry, guys. The possible entry will be as price taps in to that bullish candle's low, sell limit order on the following candle, which is about to open. That could be your potential entry. So whatever your low is on your broker, you want to take a trade. If you agree with the trade, if it's same as your analysis, I'd just be looking to see what the lowest point of that bullish candle is. Stop loss, I'll be placing above the current candle's high. I think it's okay, current M30. And that's probably the only entry I see right now. Could continue off the rip, but I feel it's a bit late to be involved in that entry. Should have been in higher up. So an action-packed stream, guys. I mean, taking some nice sells all the way down on gold. Is there? Please repeat the gold entry and exit points. Well, we've been in entries from up here, my friend. Say if you're not in one now, you could be looking at the low of that bullish candle, a sell limit order. In anticipation, it's going to pull back to grab a little bit more liquidity, reject that level, head back down. But right now, it's flipping back bearish, so it's not looking likely. I wouldn't want it to break the low of that previous candle. If it does so, in my opinion, that becomes invalid. I'm not too sure of the probabilities in that respect because I've not back tested it. I've only back tested it when it respects the low of the catalyst candle and then pops up to tag you in. But it's something I would be interested in knowing because it still could be a decent entry. I'm not too sure. I just haven't done the back testing on it.
Yeah, so far you've got this level holding you to the downside.
Yep.
So it's become more of a protection.
Okay, yeah. So you don't think it's going to pull back?
To be honest, man, I wanted to.
Yeah, I want it to as well.
Yeah. But it looks like it's just
It could just continue.
cutting this slowly. So the first candle kind of cut this much of it. I think this next candle could cut a little bit more. But I'm still just watching this level. If it keeps on holding, if it doesn't hold, then
It's likely coming down.
your area will be perfect.
Yep.
I'm a bit of a risk taker, so I just added another position here on this one.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, just
Nice one. Well, it's looking good. Low, high, low, low as well. So, as far as counter probabilities, looks good to eventually continue to the downside.
yeah.
Josh, good morning to you. I hope you're well. Still think after yesterday's post, the Discord goal will come to 2308, 2300. Yeah, I think there's a good chance. I think 2308 is on the cards as well.
If we're looking to buy up, it has to respect 2309.5.
20, just here?
Yeah, just there.
Okay, you're talking about that wick?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, okay.
So this will be the perfect area, basically.
Yeah, we'll see if it actually taps into that level. Not feeling well? Not, it's not good, man. Hopefully, you're well, quick, fast. So just take care, my friend. GJ is just shit house. Absolute dog shit right now. It feels like I've been in forever. It's only 20 minutes into London Open. Who's there? You entered goal 23, 15, 60. So should I close or wait? You should know that, my friend. You should have a plan before you enter. You should know where you're going to exit, where you're going to TP, how you're going to manage the trade, at what point are you going to cut it in a loss if it does go against you. But you're in some nice profits, so I would say start considering managing it. I mean, if you want to maybe close half, make sure you're at break even, or trailer stops if you're not going to close anything. Trailer stops into profit, and I'd probably trail it to above the previous M15 high. But again, you need to have a plan, man. You need to know all this stuff prior to any entry. Your TP is 23, 12, 50. I think it's looking pretty good. You're about to TP, so I wouldn't bother right now closing it. Josh, your entry is at 23.14.25, and why I believe gold could potentially weak downside is the movement we had a few hours earlier at Tokyo. Very nice clean traffic from 1 hour time frame as well to continue. Yeah, it's pretty clean across the board. Looks like it is going to come down further. Yeah, so I wouldn't even bother that sell limit just now. It's dropped way too much. Who's there? There you go. At least you followed your plan. Well done. So it's just important to know where you're going to look to TP and all that prior to any entry. I mean, for me, it's I have all that already in my head. I know exactly where I want to, how I'm going to manage the trade as well, where I want to get in, what my overall target is, and where I'm going to start to secure some sort of profit. You need to do the same, my friend. Unfortunately, I don't have a crystal ball to know if it's going to ever tap into a level that you might have planned. So I can't tell you definitively if it will or not. I can give you my opinion of it, and that's it. But aside from that, you need to know, you need to have your plan, my friend, and you need to follow it. Gold is really good. It continues to drop. So for me, an overall target is got 2309. I'm just holding small position, so there's almost 90 people in the Discord just now, so that's pretty good considering it's less than a week old. So cheers to everyone who has joined. Si, just joined. I would like to know, what are we anticipating for gold's direction for today? Well, beating some sells from way up. I mean, first entry for me was this line just here. Me, what I'd be looking for now is just let it do its thing, and I'd be waiting for a pullback if I was to look for a continuation sell. Otherwise, just let it drop down towards support. I mean, you got the 4-hour support starting at pretty much, you're tapping into it just now. However, I'd rather wait and let it come down, let it just do its thing. However, what I'd be looking for is, we've just broken a support form on the way up within the current daily candle. What I want to see is price pull back to retest that support and hold, for it to hold, reject, and then I look for my sell options to take back down. That was to eventuate closer to MI open. Aside from that, what I'd be waiting for is this impulse to downside, let it do its thing. At this stage, we don't know where exactly it's going to pause and pull up at, but there is still a decent probability it's going to come down further. So I'll be waiting for it to do its thing, come down, preferably tap into support around that 23, anywhere really between 2310 and 2307. Start to form a little bit of structure from that level, series of high lows, higher highs, bit of consolidation, and then once you start to close above the consolidation, nice strong closure in the M30, then that could be enough to look for a potential buy. But otherwise, right now, you just need to let it do its thing. It's just melting. I wouldn't be trying to catch it following a knife. I wouldn't be trying to sell it. I wouldn't be trying to buy it. So I'd just be waiting right now if you're not in a trade. And GJ, yes, likewise. As much as I'd want to sell it from the current level, I think it'd be a little bit forced because you're selling into support. So I wouldn't be bothering. Gold is absolutely melting. Steve, everything seems to be working on Discord now. Cheers. Thank you so much for confirming that. I was doing my head in yesterday. I'm glad that that's sorted. So if anyone is wondering why they can't access VIP, because there is no VIP just yet, not opening up just yet, so that is the reason. What else can we look at? What's EJ doing? EJ looks pretty good. Looks good for some potential buys. I'd be wanting this support to hold. You've probably got plenty of confluences to buy, and weekly is forming strong bullish. Similar to GJ, but it's looks like it's pulled back further into the previous weekly candle. Daily consecutive low high, high lows, high highs. Structures bullish as well. Clean traffic to the left. 4 hour. Same as GJ. So it's technically bearish, but you are trading to the upside. Bit of room until next resistance on the 4 hour as well. M30. You're continuing to make high lows, higher highs. As long as you respect the most recent support, be good for potential buyers to take back up towards the current daily candles high and further potentially above the high as well. So I'd be looking for buys upon the pullback, and if it does begin to close below, if it closes below, it's going to flip the M30 structure. That could be a catalyst to start to sell it. Low 106.60. Frank already in an EJ buy, entry 166825. Draw down at the moment. Oh, okay. So you took it's like you may have taken, assuming on this candle. I still think it's okay. Where's your stop loss, man? I'm assuming it's somewhere below this support. So I got in sales before joining stream, exactly at the price you have marked. Feels great when setups do exactly like we anticipate rather than just being in profits. It does feel good when your analysis is correct and you execute upon your plan. What doesn't feel good is if you do the analysis and it ticks the box and you don't execute because for whatever reason, because of fear or whatever reason it is. Fear is the big killer. It's a big killer in anything we do, and it's all up here. It all stems from ourselves having fear. It's one of the biggest issue, or probably the biggest issue, well, one of the biggest issues with trading anyway, and just human psychology in general. Thinking they can't do something, it's the fear of not being able to do so. You talk yourself out of it before you even give anything a go. It's the same in trading. So yes, it does feel good when you execute upon your plan and it's a good trade. And I feel gold has given some really nice options.
I would say just trade a very, very small amount, like risk $1 or $2 on your idea. And the more confident you start growing in your ideas and in yourself, you can add more. Because everyone's like that. When you do all the analysis and you never take the trades, you start getting angry and then you jump in.
You jump in, yeah, after the fact.
Yeah, when it's too late. So if you're doing your analysis, just try to take a very small trade and see how it works out. And if it works out, then you keep on into it.
Yep, agreed. It builds your confidence, it builds trust in yourself, and then once you have that trust and confidence, you just increase your risk slowly. I don't recommend, doing anything drastic like double or tripling it or something straight away, unless you're literally trading like a couple of cent lots or whatever. A different story. But I know for me, when I went from trading from I think I went from 1 lot up to like 5 lots without even nothing between at one point. And at the time I was like, ooh, this was a little bit nerve-wracking for me. I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
So I took a step back straight away. I had to not 5 lots, maybe 1.25, and I was fine with that. Coming in it slowly, with slow, as you get more confident and comfortable with it, just slowly raise that by small increments each time. That's what the best way to go about it. Josh, let's keep hitting the like button. That'd be much appreciated. Get up to 50. GJ rejecting, but it's at that support just now, bouncing off it. So nothing on GJ, GU. Not quite tapped in. Although you could argue it has. This whole area is pretty much a zone of support on the 4 hour. I mean, if you even use the line chart when in doubt, like I said, there's nothing wrong with using a line chart. I think if you just use that, it's tapped into multiple times, multiple occasions, from the downside to the upside. So we go back to the candle chart. You can see it's tapped into that level. So there is no real right or wrong. It's just again what works for you, really. I mean, what you're comfortable with. Everyone draws up their zones slightly different. Some don't use wicks, some use bull wick, some use bullish candles wick to the downside, bearish candle wick to the upside. Some use half the wick for whatever reason. I have no idea. Everyone has different ways of marking zones, which is fair enough as long as it works for you. I mean, who really gives a shit in the end? There is no right or wrong.
Yeah, I wouldn't be buying GU right now, to be honest.
Yeah, I wouldn't be buying it as well.
We don't have any confirmation because
you have to.
Ideally, this was a area.
Yeah, and you're breaking it.
Yeah, and we don't know if this is we peaked below and they don't want to be there. Grab sell side to come back up because right now you've got this area going against you, holding you down again.
Yeah, so you'd be waiting for a price to pop above that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so like if this kind of gives you something like that, that's more confirmation. This is just aggressive.
Yeah, very aggressive.
Very aggressive, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, or if you've had something, just like something like that at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A little bit of structure forming after tapping into the support, and then that will make more sense.
Yeah.
I agree. Right now it's just reckless jumping into any buy. EU is probably a little bit better than GU, but it needs to hold the support.
Yeah, the euro is a bit stronger than the pound today.
Yeah.
So the euro probably will lead you, but also remember it's up by 0.9% to the pound. Yeah. So, EU can go 0.9% further up and the pound might not do so.
Yeah.
So this on EU, if you look at it on GU, it's going to be probably around here. That's how far GU went.
Yeah, true.
You see, very, very, very little.
Yeah.
So that's the thing I said the other day. If I want to trade EU or GU, I just look at
which one's got more strength.
Yeah, the EG.
Yeah.
See which one's stronger on the day. Then I'll probably, if I'm looking for buys, I'll take that, the stronger. And if I'm looking for sells, I'll take the weak.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's probably not a bad little thing to use is to correlate an entry.
Yeah, it works. I mean, if you look at it on the 4 hour, EU.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're on it. Just if you look at it on a 4 hour, So let's say if you caught sell from anywhere around these areas, it's gone to 743. But if you look at it on the GU, you've got much more pips. So if you, any of these, had you taken it, it's giving you much more.
Yeah. EU is the most liquid pair out of all the currencies. Takes probably a lot more to shove it.
Yeah, because you got the whole European Union.
Yeah. Exactly.
So if Germany's economy is doing something, it's going to affect it.
Yeah.
And plus, like
France
a lot of people don't know that the Dixie is actually made from 55% of euro.
Yeah.
So
now you mention, I do remember hearing it.
Yeah.
Steve, doing all good, man. Catch you later on for NY. Gold is just going to continue to do its thing right now. Not much I can do with it. It's just a matter of where it's going to pull up to now. So it's closing in on 2310. That is a psychological round number. Also lines up with some previous levels here to the left. So that to me is where I want to see what happens within price action if it does bounce off it. It could be maybe options later on. GJ is pulling back to that support. So once again, just a matter of waiting on GJ. There is absolutely nothing, in my opinion. Nothing that resonates anyway. Nothing that looks familiar to me to take an entry. Let's look at NAS quickly.
I trade NAS and you pay most of the time, especially during New York.
Yeah, it's the only time I'd bother trading it, to be honest. I think NAS looks alright for if it rejects this level.
To be honest with you, NAS is really bullish right now.
Yeah, massively bullish.
Yeah, so like we finally got out of that zone.
Sorry,
on the
man.
top. Yeah, it's alright.
What time frame?
So we finally, just there, like we finally got out of the zone. Now we're back into this zone here. I wouldn't really want to sell because these are very, very small sells and it goes back up. I would probably look for sells under here because you have much more clean traffic and that will tell you the sellers have come in. I've done my, like, if you look at it on a 4 hour, and then we look left where we've had, we don't know if we're doing a, so we've had a drop from here all the way down. All the way, I think to says, I think we went to 16,900 around, yeah, from there to there.
These lows.
Yeah, and this is the 88% Fibonacci level. This one here.
Yeah, okay.
That we respected, but we still haven't really broken structure to the downside.
Yeah, agreed.
To go again. Or more correct.
I definitely go in a 4 hour. Below that support is much nicer.
Yeah, that's exactly, man. That's what I'm waiting for, just to fall under, break a bit of structure at least.
Yeah, agreed.
And then pull back into it and respect it. Then you've got, because you know these are all order blocks basically. This is where they've pushed it up, attracted sellers in, and then taken off again. Same thing here again, attracted sellers in and taken off again.
Yeah.
And now you're just getting this, some might say this is head and shoulders and fell back under, so it's creating another head, but you want more confirmation for it to actually come down. And that time, this will be your area of interest. You break under that, you've got
that's what I'd be targeting as well.
Yeah, and probably all the way back to here if it's still gonna respect the trend.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with the definitely agree with the higher time frame analysis. And you can sort of it sort of relates on the minor time frame, but I'm looking for that. I'd be looking for a similar thing to happen. In towards in my session. So, but continues to respect that current daily candles high and the resistance form just above it even. I'd be looking for the same type of thing, a little bit structured form. I wouldn't be selling it off just one candle closing back bearish. I'd want to see support, a lower high, like a double top, whatever. And as soon as it starts to close below that support, got some pretty clean traffic to the left. That would be my short-term scalp on NAS into MY. On a sell. Otherwise, if it breaks the micro trend and starts to close above the resistance form on the way down, close to the end of yesterday's trading, and the resistance form as again has been respected during the current daily candle. If it starts to pop above it, right, that higher high, clean traffic to the left, that would be my short-term buy to take it back up. But as far as the higher time frame, definitely in agreement. If there's to be a deeper pullback, you want to see the 4 hour start to create some lower lows, reject this level, pop below to support, form that structure at the resistance, and it's highly probable at that point it's going to make a deeper pullback to this first support or order block, whatever you call it, a little bit lower down, and potentially got another one around at 17,650. So could be potentially some options, but need to wait for, in my opinion, closer to MY or short-term entries. Xpiro, gold tap 23 tune. Grab your popcorn.
There we go, gold hit.
Yep. Yeah, I've just almost gone full TP.
Yeah.
Yeah, gold is dying. So it's tapped into that level, psychological round number, so ooh, bit of volume where it could get interesting. But again, doesn't mean I just buy it. It'd be reckless just to place a buy, even though you would really be up more than 10 pips, but still I need more confirmations.
I mean, if you're here around this area in the next 15 minutes where the new hour starts, and then it starts, you know, just doing something like this.
Yep, and it could come back up.
Yeah, and this will protect you.
Yep. That's pretty much what I'd be looking for.
Yeah.
Bit of consolidation. Price leaves the consolidation, creates a high away from it. I mean, that's a confirmation to start looking for a buy. I've never been one to just trade purely off limits. Sorry, of areas, certain price points. Placing a limit order in anticipation is just going to bounce off it. But I know some people who have and do, and you know, good luck to them if it works for them. I mean, even limit order entries are still quite new to me. I've only started taking them probably the last 6 months. But they're now pretty much my favorite entry. Nearly every entry is limit order these days.
Is your swap better when you do limit order?
Swap? I don't... You're talking about spread?
The spread, yeah.
No, it's the same. I'm pretty sure. It'd be very similar if not.
Because I assume if you have a limit in this area, and the minute it touches it, and by the time I press it, I'm probably here.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because by the time you press it, you're getting in, you know, that split second delay from when you actually press it to when you get triggered in on your broker, by your broker. So that's why I prefer to have orders set. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're always going to get triggered in that level. especially the stop orders. There is momentum and volume on gold. You're likely going to get slipped a little bit. I'm basically at full TP now on gold. There we go.
Yeah. There we go. That's it. I'm out as well.
Yeah, I'm out. Nice one. I was over 50, around 50 pips, I think 50.
And that filled up the whole fair value gap.
Yep. So now let's see.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Duresco Beauty. It was, wasn't it? Siamak. Where it's got support. 5 minute. Well, you're entering to a level of previous support here to the left, which is the same level on the 30. I mean, right now, for me, you'd be waiting for what we've been mentioning for the last half an hour, so a bit of structure to form around this level. It is at a level of interest. It still could pop down further, but if it starts to form some structure at these levels here, series of high lows, higher highs, a little bit of consolidation, and then you're tied in for 30 minute, leaving that consolidation, closing above it, that would be my potential buy entry from lower down. That's what I'd be looking at. Thank you for the sub. Duresco had TP at 2310.10 and celebrated too early because it broke its spread. Thought he wanted to go back up it. Yeah, I hate that. It happens sometimes. You see it light up where it's about to close you out and pulls back up. It happens quite often, but nice one. Good work. So all in all, appears that most of you have had a really good session. Been a really good one for me. Oof. Take that. So yeah, not a bad day. Still be on for MY, guys. Still be on. Still be looking at what is available. Rook journal. That is something I actually remembered to work on today, but I actually didn't do it today. But I've got it in my journal to actually work on it tomorrow. So I may have it up again, maybe tomorrow, Friday. Hopefully next week sometime. I'm probably just going to start fresh. Not going to bother dragging across the trades from the old stream. I think I finished that stream around 72% win rate, I think it was, but I included break-even trades, which I've noticed some of the other streamers don't include. So if I took away the break-even trades, there weren't that many, but if I took them away, the win rate would have been around 81, I think it was 81 or 82. And gold is still melting. But I think on this stream, win rate's already around, it's around 90%. Compara, all good. It's on you, my friend. Well done to you. It makes sense for it to come down to that level. And I'd be anticipating that it could now begin to bounce a little bit from this level. Doesn't mean it has to. But if it's going to, if there's any level that it should respect, it's likely going to be this one. This lines up with another level over here to the left as well. So it is lowest point in 4-hour support. It's also previous 4-hour resistance to the left. So it would not surprise me if it does begin to bounce off it a little bit. GU still coming down. So GU is doing what I want it to do. Come down to tap into this support. And then I want it to form a little bit of structure at these levels here. Of that 4-hour support and continue. Break away from that support and potential buys, otherwise not really at a level I'm interested to trade in, to be honest. What else is happening on gold? Is there any... No pause, so for me there's no way to get involved just now. You've missed the move either way. GJ consolidating. GJ's a mess. He needs to let it break this consolidation. So well done. I think it's been a good day, guys. Another successful day on stream. All right, so let's see. What would I want to happen moving forward? As I mentioned on gold, I want to see form a bit of structure. It's now at a level of interest. We're approaching that. Well, we're within a 4-hour support. We're approaching a 30-minute support. Obviously, we're at a level of consolidation to the left-hand side on the minor time frames as well. So if we start to do likewise, start to form a little bit of consolidation, like I mentioned before, start to pop up above that consolidation. So something like so, correlate the 30-minute closing above the consolidation and begin to move away after creating higher high, higher low. Be a potential buy option. Otherwise, once again, just be waiting for it now to create a bit of a pullback. Could potentially create a lower high up on that pullback, waiting for resistance to form. And if you then create that minor support, begin to pop below it, close below that minor support, there could be options at that point to sell it back down. The 4-hour is likely going to close a very strong bearish candle, so that could give you the option, the new 4-hour, that pullback, wait for it to form resistance, create the upper wick on the new 4-hour, and then look for your potential sell option. Obviously it could pull back a bit further, 23.15. I look to see if price rejects that level as well for further sells. DJ just needs to cut through this consolidation. It's at a very strong level of resistance right now. It's just a little bit indecisive. I still feel potential sales below 193.650 could be an option, as long as you have the margin though. It could just melt in the meantime. Would possibly consider buying it from above 193.70. I just need a really strong catalyst to do so. So let's just say, for instance, if price does wick down into that range below, only to close back above, and you tied in with maybe the 15 closing bullish engulfing, closing the M30 back above, the long wick to the downside, what that may have done is just grab liquidity from that range below, and seeing we close back above that support, what we may do on a following candle is just pop straight up. So that type of catalyst is what I'd be looking for if I was to buy it from above 193.70. And once again, if it just pops up, you get the right catalyst to sell it, as long as you got the margin. I'd be doing so from higher up, as long as it respects 194.10. That's what I'd be looking at on GJ. GU, same as before, just needs to form a bit of structure at this point if you are to consider buying it. Otherwise, the safer option to buy is definitely above 1.2490, 920. That's the level. Let it create the high, let it flip the M30 structure, and that is, in my opinion, the better bet at this stage. As like I mentioned before, let it form a bit of structure at the current level. If it respects the current daily candle's high and that resistance a little bit higher up, pretty much the same level, I look for the potential sells to take it back down. Otherwise, if it creates a high, starts to pop up 18.125, just drag this up a little bit, 18.126, then it could be some potential buy options moving forward in towards MY session. That's about it, guys. I will be on for the Discord members for a live MY call, probably about an hour to 75 minutes prior to MY open. We'll likely stick around for the open, at least for the first 15 minutes to half an hour. We'll see how we go anyway. And yeah, if anyone else is interested, do join the free Discord group. You can have access, you can join the call if you decide to do so. Otherwise, also, if you are interested in any services I do provide, the course is for sale. It's there. A lot of quality information that, so if anyone is interested, send me an email. Otherwise, the coaching as well, if anyone's interested, you guys know what to do. Yeah, that's about it, guys. Been a good session. Well done on gold today. Some nice sells. I'll be on tomorrow from about 6:30 a.m. once again. Ara, thank you for joining, man. You have a good one.
Thank you, man. Have a blessed day.
You too, brother. And to everyone else, take care. I'll see some of you in the MY call in Discord. Cheers, guys. Catch you tomorrow.
Take care.
Cheers, man. Bye.
Bye.